he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Heavy Metal Customs. Today I'm back on the 2001 Mustang project. Y'all didn't see the first one, you need to check it out. We got a lot done. So now we're going to continue where we left off. I still have a little bit to do to the engine. I have the 10% unit ordered. It should be here sometime this week. I still need to run it more, check it for leaks, and you know, just the particular stuff. But what I decided to do today is come out here and I need to start sanding. But in order to start sanding, you need to wash the car good first. In order to get a good wash, you need to take it apart. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got to pull the stuff out of the trunk, pull the tail lights out. I think I have all the fasteners loose on the bumper, so we're going to snatch it off. Also, I think you see down that door, you can see some down that door. I took that piece of weather stripping off of there too. It just, I don't like this stuff. It looks like crap, in my opinion. But we're just going to keep on keeping on. We'll get all this stuff off of here. Go ahead and take the, while we got the trunk open, might as well get that spoiler off of there. Yeah, it looks like pretty much everything back here is an 11 millimeter, so that's pretty easy. You ain't got to hunt up a bunch of tools to get it done. But let me get this stuff pulled off of here, and then we'll keep on keeping on. Alright guys, you can see we're getting it stripped down to the bare basics. Yeah man. And I got this door done, as y'all can see. That's all taken care of. And the weather stripping around there. I need to get this little piece of weather stripping here. So we'll get that in a few. So what I'm fixing to do now is go to the other side, finish stripping this door. I think that's about it. I get this door stripped. We should be ready to wash and start sanding. I've got everything off the trunk except for the Ford emblem. Need to get it off. Everything's off the bumper. And I got to get the pony emblems off the front fenders. But yeah, she's coming along. Just a lot of work. And a lot of particulars go into getting one stripped down so you can get it washed properly. Sand, prime, so on and so forth. But enough yapping. Let's get back to it. Well, I believe that we definitely got to strip down now. I'm taking just about everything off of it that I want to take off so I can get a really good job on this car. Yeah, I left the steering column and the dash in here where I can start it up and move it in and out of the paint booth and outside and whatnot. Yeah, I got a little bit of cleaning up to do right there. But she is stripped down to bare bones, nothing but car. So now we can finally get this thing outside and give it a good old-fashioned bath, and then start sanding and doing what little bit of body work we got to do. All right, got her all washed up. She is clean. Yeah, sure makes a big difference, don't it? That thing was filthy. Slung a little bit right there. Well, it started idling up real high and spun out a little bit. Now we'll deal with that later. Maybe a bad IAC or something along them lines. But we'll check into it. But for the most part, I got the thing clean. And that's a big deal. So, I'm going to go ahead and start sanding. Especially pay attention to this. This right here, y'all go back a few minutes and look at that other piece of video. That spot wasn't as large, and now it is. I was just taking a pressure washer and chunking that stuff right off. You see right here, whatever paint this was, didn't stick, that's for sure. We're gonna have to go through there and make sure we get all of that off, even if I got to sand it plumb down the middle. I just want to make sure that there isn't an issue whenever I put all of my products on and get my paint on there. But yeah, let's hop to it. Alright guys, we're starting my sanding. And I want to show y'all what bad Bodywork is. See all this paint's coming off. Like I said earlier, some of it came off with the pressure washer. But you can't sand that. Literally. Or this is the way I do it. Take a razor blade and just keep on, keep on, keep on. You'll finally get to a point where the paint's stuck. Like right there. Yeah, if you got a dig like this here, then you know that the paint's sticking right there. But there was a big, big area right here that this paint just did not stick. I don't know if they had, you know, trash, oil, or grease on there, or maybe this green primer, what it looks like. Green primer's mostly, you know, etching primer. I don't know if that was the issue or not. But yeah, that's what I got to deal with. So I'm going to take my razor blade and clean as much of this as I can until it gets to the point of like that where you know it's sticking. There's a couple other spots on here too I noticed same way. But we'll razor blade all of them, then come back with the sander and get everything sanded. Oh well, the sanding's coming along pretty good, but I sanded the roof. Man, I don't know, some of y'all that watch the channel regularly, I'm sure you remember some of them flash storms that I showed you there. It's little short videos, and they had hail in them. As of now, you see the little red dots all over the place? There are 30 hail dents in this roof, and probably more that I missed. But I'm just going to keep on keeping on. I'll sand on it some more, get it down there, and just check real closely. Like I say, we're going to have to do some filler work on the roof. Get all them little hail dents taken care of. But yeah, that was something to find. But I think the rest of it is, like I say, sanding along pretty good and not doing too bad. I decided I'd just repair this door instead of swapping it. And like I say, we had that weird dent here. And I've already put filler on it, and now I've got the white icing on it, as you can tell. I'll get that sanded off. But the door itself, I mean, it turned out really good. Yeah, no dents, no waves or nothing. Had the same issue back here as the other side, paint flaking off. So I razor bladed it until the paint quit flaking, and then feathered it out. But we get her sanded down. Got these spots fixed. Remember we had a dent here, so got that taken care of. Yeah, that turned out really good. Yeah, and a couple of little bitty spots that I just nitpicked on. And of course the roof. Yeah, I'm not that tall. But the roof we got all done up, and right now I've got the icing on there on several spots, so we'll get that sanded down. But yeah, this thing's coming right along. Well, just got through going over the whole car with 400, and she is slick. And I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier or not. You see all the gray primer. Well, wherever I feather edged the paint, like where I went down to plum metal and then come back into the white paint, I sprayed the gray primer, that's filler primer, and then sanded it off, try to make sure that everything looks good and that the feather edge was a good feather. Roof's done. I know that was a lot of fur, wasn't it? Yeah, hail beat the crap out of that poor thing. But there's very little filler up there, so that's a good thing. But I mean, no cars coming around. I've got all the inside the door jambs, all that's done. I just went through here with some 120 and hit all of this. Put a little primer on there. There's a little bit of a, like where this seam is, a little rust. So sanded crap out of that and got me some primer on it. But yeah, old car's really looking good. I'm happy with the body. I think that the actual body is ready for really good washing and wipe down, and to get some high build primer on it, and then do a little block sand. She'll be ready for paint. Now I'm over here working on this fender. You see how much paint I take it all off the top. Man, it just kept flaking and flaking and flaking. But I mean, that's what you got to do. So I'm going to get back on this fender here, and then we'll get to the rest of the parts. I am getting it. All of this is sanded. Everything laying on the floor up against the wall has been sanded. The only thing that I'm lacking is this rear bumper. And guys, I'm trying to get all the spider webbing out of it. As I come, you see all the paint and everything gone here right down to it. And what I mean, I think I've showed y'all this before. You see them lines? Spider webbing. And the only way I know to cure that problem is take it plumb down to the actual bumper itself, and then of course prime and paint. Years ago I had a old lady's Firebird, and we just basically done like a basic, you know, regular sand, primer, and paint, and the spider webs came right back within a couple of weeks. So that's what I'm going to do. I just got to sand the dog out of this to get all this down, because there's some type of white primer on here, plus the clear, plus the paint. So it makes for a lot of sanding. Now, if somebody else knows how to deal with these spider webs in an easier way, please throw it down in the comments and teach me a little something. But besides that, I'm going to get back to sanding. Well, I finally got all that sanding done. And what little bit of body work there was, wasn't a ton on this car, but there was a little bit, and I wanted to get it correct. Just like repairing that trunk there. It actually had some broken chunks out of it, reckon from through the years where people have been pulling or pushing on the spoiler. But we got them fixed. As you can see, we used fiberglass on that. Got everything taken care of in the bumper. All the spider webs, I do believe. Some of them I had to use the white filler on, but I think that will turn out just fine. So yeah, this thing should be ready to prime and ready to go. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I did get that temp sanding unit in there, so that part's done. Yeah, I think just about ready to rock and roll on this bad boy. I know it's a little cramped in here, but I was trying my best to get everything in here so I can just get here and shoot everything at once. But what we're going to do is go through with some Windex and wipe everything down, and we'll have gloves on when we do that. See, I washed it and I carried it in here with no gloves on, so I can have residue from my hands or whatever. But yeah, we'll give her a good wipe down with the Windex, let that dissipate. A lot of taping up to do on the car, and then we're going to lay some sealer, and then let it set up decent enough time. And then we'll lay our high build primer, probably about 2 to 3 coats of it, and then more sanding. But let's get everything wiped down and start doing our tape up, and we'll get to shooting some sealer and primer. Well guys, I believe we're through with the body work and priming on this little Mustang. The hood looks pretty good. Got both bumpers, and I'm really seeing no issues there. We're going to wash these items and recheck them, because once you wash them, you may find some bad spots. And also, like on this hood here, it looks like there's sand and scratches in it, and a lot of times that's just the dust. So wash your stuff and recheck before you go to that next step, because you may be good to go. Fenders, yeah, turned out really good. I see no issues with them. Matter of fact, we are doing well enough. Let's travel to this land over here, the land of the paint booth. We have the spoiler up in here, have the actual car, and a couple of parts. So I'm about ready to get these all wiped down, and probably next day or so, or maybe today, who knows, I might get to shooting some paint. We'll see what this orange really looks like. A lot of taping needs to be done up on this thing, but yeah, we'll get that done. But yeah, as far as the bodywork and priming goes, guys, I think we have accomplished that. And there we have it. We got the bodywork done, we got sealer sprayed on, and we got it all primed and block sanded out. I think that it looks pretty good. So here, like I said, I'll go in there in the paint booth and wipe all that stuff down. With the Windex, I'll do that twice. Let that dissipate really good, hit it with a tack rag, and I think I'm ready to shoot some paint today. So this will wrap this one up. We accomplished what we wanted to in this episode, and I do believe everything turned out looking pretty good. This is going to be a sharp little old car. Well, everyone, appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you would, throw us down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon and or the Super Thanks. And please like, share, and subscribe. Again, we appreciate it much. Till the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.